People in general, they don't realize, they don't know how much load they carry along with them, and they're not very aware of their vibrational level. My face is all dark, so you cannot see me. You can only see clouds in background. We get caught up with life, you know, busy, 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 busy. From doing to doing to doing, from the next doing to the next doing, then a doing. I still need to do this, I still need to do that, still need to, and then at night we are so exhausted. And the next day, doing. Why am I talking like this? I don't know. In the spiritual community, being has become, or sometimes becomes, the next doing. Yeah, I'm gonna meditate for 3 hours. How often do you see someone just being? Yeah, I'm so good at meditation, I can meditate for 3 hours. I'm really good at meditating. And being human, yeah, this is probably one of the heaviest planets there is, one of the heaviest schools, experiences a light being can experience. Good morning. So tired. Don't know about you. I've talked with my yoga friend, and she had the very same thing, and I've been experiencing that for a long time. Lately it's been okay, but for a long period of time I woke up in the morning more exhausted than the night before I went to bed. And yeah, one of the explanations, my mouth is not awake yet. Yeah, helicopter, I will wait for it. So yeah, one of the explanation is that at night, in your dreams, you are hard at work. You are working hard, and because there's no time in the dream space, in the astral world, you can spend years in one night. Yeah, so that's something I told her as well. Like, listen, maybe you were working really hard, and I've even recently seen videos about this, that it's been increasing. I guess when during the day you just do your human thing, then at night you have to do your other things. of the other use, whatever you want to call it, all the real you. Sometimes I express being human, being in this physical experience, is sometimes like just, you know, just this, the fingertip dipping into the soup, and the rest of you is outside of the soup and everything that is out there. And yeah, so you're basically just the fingertip dipping into the soup, like he's pointing. Yeah, the night before, well, we call it morning. In Dutch, morning is after midnight. So once the clock hits 0, the night is over and the morning starts until 6. But yeah, so I was sleeping. I was going to sleep because I was so tired at around 9 already. But I felt like, no, I don't want to sleep right now. It's too early. So I postponed. Um, and then at some point I felt like I really need to sleep. What time is it? And the clock said 04:04. What? And I woke up at 7. I was, what? No. So turned around and then woke up at 9, and then I was like, okay, tonight we will sleep early. And so yeah, yesterday night I turned in around 11, and then this morning I woke up like this. There's no internet at the restaurant. I haven't been able to do my work at the restaurant. So I made this nice setup here. I will make picture later and use maybe as thumbnail. But yeah, I made a setup here on my balcony. This is my house. This is the jungle. Yeah, so been sitting here. I was even experimenting with, because there's beautiful clouds today above the jungle. But yeah, when I turn my camera there, I can show you quickly. You see light change, and then when my face is in screen, my face is all dark. So you cannot see me, you can only see clouds in background. Or you see me and only white in background. Is camera not good in different lighting? No. Why am I talking like this? I don't know. Yeah. So for days on end I felt stress. Yeah, yesterday's video was all about that, about stress. Because I was holding on, had to admit, but also living all kinds of stories at the same time. Going back to the Netherlands, leaving Bali, leaving my girlfriend, letting her go, like really let her go, no communication at all, stop it, done, Then a talk with my mom for a full hour. Yeah, sorry mom. It was a nice talk, but I also felt exhausted afterwards. And I know these people, make it very general. And it sounds so arrogant when I say it, so I sometimes feel reluctant to say it. But my vibration has become really high since I've been here in Ubud, the city that means healing, the sanctuary of the ages. Vibrational high, going through lots of difficult stuff, but also shedding so much, letting go of so much baggage. That, yeah, I mean, I love my mom, but connecting with her sometimes, and I know she doesn't do it on purpose, and I know she's watching this, and it's not like you're doing anything wrong. No, you're just being you. But people in general, they don't realize, they don't know how much load they carry along with them, and they don't know, they're not very aware of their vibrational level. And yeah, let's say my mom is like somewhere in between. She yeah, that's the thing. I think if I put it into the words I use a lot, the perspective of the 3D vibrational level, 4D and 5D, then I would say she is at the end of the 3D reality, slowly. Her on soul level, she started like the 4D reality. Yeah, slowly, gradually moving through the shadow, through the heavy things. But yeah, I don't see her do ayahuasca. I don't see her do like therapy or do some sort of yoga retreat or do a vipassana. A vision quest. What's the other one? What's it called? Sweat Lodge. No, that's not their generation. Some of them do it. But yeah, my parents, they are of the generation of the working class, working hard. As a dime, you will never be a dollar. And yeah, they did pretty well. They're doing pretty well. I mean, they have a nice house. A boat. 2 cars, I think. One is a little van they can use to travel around, and I don't think they have used it a lot. Not so much yet. Maybe I will come pick it up and travel Europe. You just go to the boat, you know. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, sometimes it sounds arrogant. I remember talking to this German couple. They asked me what is your channel about. I said, yeah, conscious awareness from lived experience. Yeah, what does it mean? Well, I'm a little bit ahead of the game and talk about it in hindsight to help people, you know, go through these stages that pretty much all of us are gonna go through this, unless you on a soul level decide, no, I'd rather stick with this 3D level and incarnate on another 3D planet once things are done here, which can still take about 10,000 years, so maybe they incarnate here. I don't know, I've heard many stories a long time ago about this, but that was ages ago, and things changing so rapidly. I guess we're not on that timeline anymore. There was like a clear timeline where the Earth would split in two, old Earth and new Earth, and those who wanted to stay on old Earth because they didn't want to look into their shadow, then they would remain on old Earth, and old Earth looked like horrible, you know, everybody being robotized and shit, and war and poverty everywhere, famine, exodus, you know, all these things, like really dark planets. But yeah, sometimes, you know, souls, they need the darkness to find the light again. It's how angels descended from the light into the darkness, because they want to know what that's like. And being human, yeah, this is probably one of the heaviest planets there is, one of the heaviest schools, experiences a light being can experience. It's all stories, really. I keep repeating that, even to myself, but they're very interesting stories, yeah. And then New Earth would be New Eden, and everything la-di-da. Maybe there's still a possibility But right now it looks like these two worlds, they exist at the same time. I am experiencing life multidimensional. I experience this 3D physical reality. This feels heavy and dense sometimes, and sometimes very light, like, oh yeah, fun. And because I believe this physical experience is a projection, is a creation of the soul, a manifestation of the soul. So the soul is having a good time, and then the body feels okay. And when the soul is going through difficult stuff, then the body feels heavy. That's one way of looking at it. And in the background, there's always the self with capital S, your higher self, your true self, pure consciousness. Yeah. The cameraman looking through the camera. So your physical body is the camera, or like I explained, the tip of your finger dipping in, and the rest of you. And sometimes, you know, here, especially when I feel heavy, then I start to question these things. And that's a good thing, because I also realized I was hanging on to stories I don't want to go to the Netherlands, it's heavy and this and yeah, grey clouds everywhere. Yeah, okay, so go and do your thing there, do what you have to do, because I have to go. And then come back to Bali, yeah. And if this place is occupied, because that was one of my main worries, if this place then is rented out, because they rent long term here, then yeah, we'll find some other place, because you know, Ubud is big, there's many places. This one is pretty perfect, except for the noises, and now the restaurant next door also noisy, but I don't care about these noises. I mean, in general, my videos, they're okay, and yeah, I mean, if you compare this with city noises, which I'm gonna be in soon. I'll be in Netherlands in July. The 4th of July. But yeah, okay, meeting my friend, finally, you know, physical hug. Someone who's actually open to hugging, you know, physical contact. In Dutch we call it huidhonger, skin hunger. Sometimes you just hunger for some skin, you know, some touch. No, I'm not talking about sex. No. Sex is the last thing that's on my mind right now, because, you know, it's complicated. And no, physical touch, just yeah. And actually, talking to Angela the other day, when she was strolling through Rotterdam, I actually felt like some homesickness, like, I really miss Rotterdam. I'm not sure if I do, because yeah, the place I live in the Netherlands is in south of the Netherlands, Maastricht. I don't like these people. I don't know why. There's something about these people I don't like. In Rotterdam, I know these people, you know. They're hard workers, yes, but they're direct, you know. They're open, honest, friendly in general. They're not bad people. Everybody who talks bad about city folk, no, they're just, you know, people doing their thing. And yeah, I've spoken to many people as well. They said, I could never live here. It's too quiet, too much nature, too much this. I prefer New York. I prefer city. Yeah, okay. Buzzy. The busyness, buzzing, the buzzing of city life. And I can understand, I can relate. I loved being in a band back in the 90s. Mostly touring Rotterdam. Another thing that sometimes pops up when I'm tired like this. Yeah, should you really do a video like this? Because your videos are not about nothing. You're just talking. You're just a talking head, you know. But I know this is not done by too many. This is actually helpful, you know. This is so you don't pedestal me, so you don't put me on a you know, like, yeah, he is the guru. I'm no guru. Guru is actually an honorary title. It basically just means like teacher or someone who you revere but not worship. And yeah, it's what we do in the West. We worship God, worship this, and now we worship ourselves, our ego. Yeah, I really have to take care of myself. This is the age of taking care of yourself. Me, 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 me. Yeah. Most of the times that's just the ego, you know. And I get it. I mean, being awake, being aware, it's not easy. No, it's not hard either. It's just a different perspective. Looking at life from a 5D perspective, or let me phrase it differently. Observing life from a neutral standpoint, and I mean really neutral, so no opinion, which is rare. But just observing life. I've always done this. From a young age, I've always been observing life. I've always been, like, used to call me a dreamer, but I was not dreaming. No, I was just observing life from this neutral place. Just looking at it. No labels, no opinions, no mental distortions. No, just looking at it. Just noticing life. But yeah, in general, we get caught up with life, you know, busy. From the one, from doing to doing to doing, from the next doing to the next doing, then a doing. I still need to do this. I still need to do that. Still need to, and then at night we are so exhausted that, and the next day, doing. How often do you see someone sit on a bench in a park for 5 minutes, doing nothing, not reading a book, not watching their phone, no, just sitting on a bench watching, or maybe just in the middle of the street, just watching, just being, you know? How often do you see someone just being, not doing? But yeah. In the spiritual community, being has become, or sometimes becomes, the next doing. Yeah, I'm gonna meditate for 3 hours. And then what? You're doing a meditation for 3 hours? like it's some sort of competition? Yeah. You know, it's like prestatie. What's the word? Like an accomplishment. Look, I can. Yeah, I'm so good at meditation. I can meditate for 3 hours. An achievement. Yeah. I'm really good at meditating. Yeah, that's something that in my life has always been quite easy to just be, you know. I am me, always. I'm always me. Even when I'm trying to be someone else or pretending to be someone else, that is still me trying to be someone else. Once you realize this, that you are always you, it's impossible to be anything else other than you. So easy, you know, it's effortless. It's not doing. All right, guys. And when I say guys, I just mean all of you. I don't do this gender, you know. QTBBQ. That was a joke about it. I don't know. I remember. So yeah. Maybe when I'm finally awake today, I will do another video, because I have something in store about allegations. Yeah, it's an interesting video, but I have to be careful. I know. I feel like tread lightly. Never mind. You will see it when it's done. Have a nice day, evening, night, morning, life. Enjoy as much as possible, but never at the expense of someone else, unless they're in the victim mode. Then don't care.